then...
There's stuff moving around in the other room, though. And I've motioned kind of like with my dagger, like, let's go kill whatever.
Okay.
Let's go be murderers.
Let's go kill whatever.
Let's go be murderers and thieves.
Well, as the party comes back, Raazu takes a look at her. It kind of looks at all the wounds and stuff that's kind of bashed her armor through and put holes in her armor, and she's just like, okay.
And Red will point around that corner and just kind of like go, no. Don't go that way on your own. Just so no one decides to run down there and open the door for no goddamn reason at any point.
Raazu whispers to the others, we need to take a longer break after this. I'm getting close to spent.
Stay in the back with your javelin, spear. I
Whip.
forget what that's called. Whip. Yeah, the whip's pretty good. Stay in the back with the whip.
All right, Raazu nods to Red.
Okay, so what's
All right.
next?
Can we get eyesight on whatever it is? Or rather, can the others get eyesight on whatever it is back there? Red?
Red just sees this ambient glow looking into this room here.
I mean, I'll motion Adrex, let's go.
Is Adrex walking on his hands? No, not anymore, okay. He was, but... Alright, let's roll some initiative.
Power rolling.
I rolled terribly.
You rolled a Raazu initiative then?
No, don't go in there.
If Raazu doesn't beat
No,
me,
I did it
initiative,
again.
It's gonna be really terrible.
Doesn't Raazu have a dex penalty?
She
Yes.
does.
It's a lovingly crafted -1.
Artisanal.
Yeah, basically.
Artisanal, inhumanely sourced Hobgoblin -1.
I deserve this. I genuinely 100%.
You've earned this.
Oh, Adrex is a Raazu today.
Oh, I got another white one already on here. Always feels good to delete white people. Okay. I literally just watched 2 hours of Dave Chappelle last night, so I'm really hating Whitey right now.
I mean, that's fair, I guess.
I always wonder if the rumors that he just got super into Warcraft and that's why his life fell apart were really true.
Well, I know he got super into World of Warcraft after he quit Chappelle's show.
Right, but like I've heard that quoted as a reason he didn't go back and do more work was because he just made raiding his full-time job or whatever.
I think he didn't go back to work because he had all the money in the world and didn't enjoy his job.
But he did enjoy World of Warcraft.
Right.
Yeah. Which is at that point your job. I mean.
Well, who doesn't enjoy a little World of Warcraft?
Me.
He does have that end title card at the end of Chappelle's show where he's like, "I'm rich, bitch."
Okay, didn't I? Yeah, here they are.
I mean, let's be real. If my job went back to being the healing lead in my old raid, I wouldn't enjoy my job.
I've never raided in Warcraft. I played Warcraft for 3 or 4 years and never once went on a raid.
So you know how you have a hard time getting us to do what you want, and there's only 5 of us.
Yeah, imagine 8 people.
Oh God,
Imagine-
8! You poor sweet summer child.
Imagine,
Yeah, when I was playing, a raid was 40 people.
I remember the just the screams of relief when they were like, "Oh, a 25-man raid."
Yeah, when they went down to 25, it was so much better.
Adrex,
I don't have.
as you cast light in this room, you realize that the movement in the room are several of these Dragonborn skeletons, and that the glow is emanating from pillars in the 4 corners and the center of the room, giving everything a kind of orange glow. You should be seeing doors on all 4 walls of the room.
Yes.
And then the path continues down this hall to the north. And
So we got...
no sooner does Adrex step forward in the hallway than these creatures snap to with their longswords, seeing his approach. And Birdie, you have the first action.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Just gonna run here and I'm gonna stab this guy.
Okay.
All right. That is a 18 to hit.
18 will hit. They have
Alright.
battered and broken chain armor and are carrying a shield.
All right, that'll be 7 piercing and 2 cold. And then I'm going to attack with my short sword. But now I get advantage. And
Now.
that is a 29.
That'll hit.
All right. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Well, that didn't work out exactly how I wanted it to. Hold on. That is 36 piercing. It's non-magical.
Okay.
And can I step behind this pillar?
Yeah, you can squeeze it back behind that pillar.
Okay. I will do so.
It is glowing with an eerie orange, unearthly glow, but yeah, feel free.
I mean, as long as it's between me and the evil stabby skeletons who breathe magical cold, I'll be fine.
Evil stabby skeletons.
Wendy, you're up.
Something.
All right. I am going to kill some of these evil stabby skeletons.
Which
I
one would
think
you like to kill?
I'm going to use sharpen the blade on my longsword,
Okay.
and I'm going to step in to fight this skeleton right here, billowing my cloak. Or wait, does he have a melee weapon?
He does. Yeah,
Oh,
they're,
okay,
they're
great.
all armed with long swords.
Fantastic. Then instead of billowing, I will not do that. I'm going. That's a.
I didn't know you were
16 to
capable
hit?
of rolling that low. I mean, it still
Yeah.
hits, but I've never seen a roll quite like that. Yeah, that'll
Are
hit.
you
Yeah.
on a -1 brick road?
That's charitable.
I don't think Raazu can manage that. So good work. Good work.
That's a 9 magical slashing,
Okay.
and then I'm going to key point dodge.
In that position,
Yes.
it's going to bring us to red.
Yeah, these things, I don't
Oh,
like them.
actually,
Mhm.
non-cipher bonus right here, just so that I'm not blocking the door.
Okay.
Let's take a step back and let's send an arrow this guy's way.
Okay. I'm going to give him partial cover because Adrex's big old head's in the way.
Is
You
that
get
a +2?
advantage.
Yeah, he gets +2 AC. Did you say he has advantage on this roll, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that'll hit an armor class of +1 go. 24.
24 does hit.
Okay.
No small dice for you, huh?
Well, I didn't see that they were okay. For a total of 38 magical piercing damage.
Okay. And that one clatters to the ground.
Mark an arrow off. Let's give Birdie advantage on her next attack against this one. Or Wendy advantage on her next attack against that one. And that's the end of Red's turn.
Okay. It's going to bring us to Raazu.
Sorry, Red, to throw a wrench into your plans, but 1, 2, 4, 5. I need these 2 guys to make a strength or dexterity saving throw, their choice.
Strength or dex saving throw? Definitely has to be strength. Okay, my man in the bottom left is rocking an 18. And the one next to Wendy is looking at a 9.
Okay, the one that's next to Wendy fails his saving throw. So he takes nothing bad happens to him, but the other one is going to take a bunch of d4s of damage and is stuck in a sphere of force.
Wait, what's the radius on the sphere of force?
10 foot.
10-foot radius?
Yeah, 10 foot radius.
So 4 squares in every direction.
So I'm assuming you just these 4 squares.
No,
Yeah, those 4 squares.
No, in every
not
direction.
4 squares. 4 squares in every direction.
So we
10-foot radius.
Whatever. I'm gonna fight in this fight club with this skeleton. Take them both out.
Oh, you know what? If that's the case, then...
radius not
Yeah, I would think that
Yeah.
this guy and Windy would also have to make that saving throw.
Can I adjust it to where for the back end of the room then? To just encompass the just to encompass.
Yeah, if you
like,
throw it
these-
against this back wall here, but my understanding is it was a sphere, so it's gonna kind of bounce out into the room.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Like there's literally
only the
nowhere
way-
in this room for a 20-foot sphere to exist because these pillars run floor to ceiling.
Then the sphere would kind of, I guess, would kind of be wedged in place.
Something very interesting is about to happen.
Good thing the sphere weighs 5 pounds and can be like.
No,
soccer
only
ball.
1 pound.
Oh, is it 1 pound?
It is 1 pound. Yes. 15 force damage.
Okay.
Are you sure Adrex isn't just a 5x sphere kicker?
Yeah. So yeah, that happens.
Okay. I need Windy
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna say Raazu
Mm-hmm.
to make a dexterity saving throw because the sphere, he's going to be in the center of it. He will have been pushed out of it. He will have been pushed out of it. Yeah, going to need a saving throw.
You get plus 5 to this, Windy.
That's a 34.
34.
Raazu got a 24.
A 24. Okay.
Yeah.
I need more d8s.
DC on the sphere is pretty.
Okay, I had not
15.
foreseen this might happen, but
I don't think any of us did.
what? Is that what?
It's okay, you all resist force damage, right?
there is a loud crumbling sound as the sphere of force. Wow, okay. It's essentially the immovable object. You cannot resist the force of the sphere, otherwise it wouldn't be called that. This pillar cracks, as does this one in the corner, in order to make room for the sphere. Windy, you also would have been pushed back. It's about here. So this guy is the only one in the center of the sphere. I'm calling the sphere something like this. So these two pillars crack. As this one does, waves of necrotizing energy spew forth from it. And Windy and Raazu are close enough to it that they both get caught in that blast. Kind of low damage, though, considering. 23 points of necrotic damage. And if you pass the dex save 15, you can cut that in half.
All right.
11.
11, then you
0.
take all of it.
No, I passed it. I rolled a 24 on the save, so.
He's just saying he took 11 damage.
Okay. And the room gets much, much brighter as the orange glow from this pillar and this pillar. It's as though this negative energy is welling up out of it. So none of it can go into the sphere. So negative energy is kind of welling around. Let's get like an orangish glow here. Like seeping up from this side of it. Around in the floor where it's coming out, and around this side from the corner as well. And that guy is stuck inside of his bead of his force, sphere of force. And Raazu, what else are you doing on your turn?
Ending my turn there because I don't want to disengage right now.
Okay, that's going to bring us to Adrex on initiative count 1.
Bet she can't repair that.
Okay. I'm gonna stab things. Stab.
What?
Okay.
I have advantage on him?
No.
Right.
No. The one
That one's dead. That one's
Yeah.
very dead.
It's re-dead.
That one's dead.
No,
The one that
it
we
was-
had advantage on is dead.
Oh. All right. Still gonna stab him.
Sorry.
I like a roll like
What
that. It's a 14 to hit.
A 14 does not hit.
Well, I'm gonna going. I can add my. How about a 20 to hit?
20 will hit.
20 will hit. That is. Hmm. 5 fire and 9 piercing.
Okay.
Second stab. Miss. Third stab. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Eight fire and 6 piercing.
Okay.
Offhand attack. Silvered longsword. 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
Savage attacker that. For I still get to keep the 2 at least. That's 7 slashing. I am
Okay.
disappointed. Yet again.
And moving or staying put?
Take a position right next to Birdie and leaving his start range.
You are
so
indeed.
He can swipe at me.
He will, in fact.
He can.
I have a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
For 10 points of slashing damage as you go by. And while you were attacking this guy, savagely, might I add,
Yeah.
there was a kind of comical rattling as the force of your blows was pressing him into the back of this bubble and he keeps bouncing off of it. And is that the end of Adrex's turn?
Yes.
Okay. Now it's Maikai's turn. This guy in the bubble, he can't do anything in the bubble. He does not get another save to end the bubble, correct?
Correct.
So he's just...
He is trapped for 1 minute.
He's trapped for 1 minute.
He's not gonna run out of
Yes.
oxygen. Because he's undead.
Come on.
I mean, 20-foot sphere, I don't think you run out of box in a minute
End of
anyway.
Raazu's turn, I will decrement that metal D10.
This one will go first. I need Raazu, Adrex, and Birdie to please make a Constitution saving throw.
Get
Plus 5 to this.
Ooh, nice damage.
That's good.
24. Oh, no, I'm sorry, 22.
15
28.
points of cold damage, which you can cut in half if you make the save.
I cut in half again because I resist cold.
Oh, that's
This
right.
guy over here.
As he unleashes his cold breath. I
That
need
tickles.
all 4 of you here to make that same Constitution save again.
Plus 5.
And that's why I am nowhere near the middle of this fight. These things didn't
I
involve
wasn't-
me last time.
What's the
They're
DC
all
on
rolled
it?
up.
16 do it?
DC is 15.
Pass.
Pass.
Yeah, pass.
6 points of cold damage, plus 7 points of necrotic damage. As the breath, as he breathes on you, you see this pillar behind him glow more brightly as it feeds
geez.
energy into him. And this
I'm
breath,
sorry, guys.
Birdie, again, it feels cold, but it feels the wrong kind of cold. It's the kind of cold that is leeching life out of your bones and muscles, taking you apart on the atomic level.
You said 6 and 7?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I need everybody to make another Constitution saving throw.
Plus 5.
I blame
Pass.
Raazu for this.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah.
Let's see.
15 points of
Pass.
cold damage, plus 10 points of necrotic damage.
I'm sorry, what was the
Raazu is
DC?
down.
15.
It's the same thing. Yeah, DC's 15. As this one, again, steps into range of this pillar, and the pillar is feeding him energy as he breathes his cold breath on you. And Raazu just cannot...
Even.
She cannot even. She can't keep her feet. And she falls to the ground in a part of the room. First of all, she's very close to this pillar here. And second of all, the broken pillars are seeping energy around the floor. And that's probably a terrible, terrible place for her to be laying down. This one batters the inside of the sphere, but nothing happens. And that's going to bring us up to Birdie.
Again, always with the potions in the gullet. There we go.
The potions and the gullet.
Right. Get up, Raazu.
Raazu,
You got
Birdie
work.
does seem to have many interactions with your gullet.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about this.
I mean, I could just not give you a potion. Is that
2d4
what you
plus
want?
2?
Yes, that's what I thought.
6, 7, 8.
Then I'm gonna.
It's got the magic touch.
Cunning action disengage. And 5.
So you're just disengaging and getting out of the room?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to bring us to Vindy.
All right. I'm going to do my best to take this guy out.
The one you're standing next
Go
to
in for a
here?
couple. Yeah, it's going for a couple longsword swipes.
Okay.
I think we're gonna have to roguelike this one here. And net hack this.
I think this room was specifically set up to make pillar dancing bad for us.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a high number to hit, 30 something.
30-something? That's actually his AC, 30-something.
Oh shit. Powerful. 10 magical slashing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to flurry of blows. A lot of ones today. That's a 24 to hit
That'll also hit.
for another 12 magical slashing.
Okay. And same thing as you're pummeling on this guy, he's bouncing against the side of this bubble. It would be comical if you guys weren't being slaughtered by necrotic hold.
I mean, it's still pretty comical.
Is that it for Wendy? Moving or staying put?
I think that I will move here. That's not leaving its start range, right?
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think I'll move there.
It's going to bring us to Red.
Assume this one is cover.
You probably don't have line of sight on that guy from the very end of...
What about if I move up to like here?
You probably need to be here.
Okay.
Let's see what the line tool says.
Line tool says
Yeah, you need to be at that in at least that square.
Sure. Let's go ahead
Tactical
and
request.
He's going to have
Take a
partial
shot.
cover anyway because Wendy and Raazu
Yeah.
were also in the way.
ooh, I'm gonna blip that so I don't break my magical bowstring.
Oh.
So that hits an armor class of 16.
That will not hit.
Precise attack. How about 22?
That'll hit.
Tactical request. Can you leave this square open by Raazu's turn?
I'm not staying here. Are you crazy? These things messed me up.
I'm just saying, speaking in general. not trying to-
That'll deal a total of 39 magical damage.
Okay. And there is the sound of clattering chains and bones as this one dies. Falls
I'll give
apart into a pile
Adrex
on the
advantage against this one as a bonus action, and then fall back to the other side of the corridor.
floor. Okay, it's going to bring us to Raazu, who is next.
Use 2 tulips. Whatever.
Raazu's going to throw a javelin at this guy. 2 javelins, actually.
Okay.
Let's see. Does a 17 hit?
17 will hit.
8 non-magical piercing damage. Second javelin at 20.
Oh.
Not gonna be that great though, since I can't put anything behind it. 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gets me around the corner.
Gets you around the corner. That's going to bring us to Adrex at not quite the ass end of the order.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm right there because I had to use half my movement to stand up.
You did.
All right.
Yeah.
So stab him.
Very good.
You have advantage on your first attack.
Right. It is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Will hit 4. X. That's what. That is 9 piercing and 11 fire.
So 20
And
total?
please- Yes. And please make a strength saving. 18.
12.
He fails. Additional 3 damage, and his ass is on the ground prone.
He is
Tripping attack.
prone. Not you, him.
Cool. Second attack. Also at advantage.
That's my favorite of the attacks.
27 to hit.
That will hit.
4. 7 fire and 6 piercing.
Okay, so 11 total.
All right. Third attack. Prone. For 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 piercing and 6 fire.
Very good.
Offhand attack.
With what?
Silvered longsword.
Okay,
That is a 29 to hit.
that will hit.
And that is 12 slashing.
12 slashing damage. And you have cut much of his armor to ribbons as he struggles to get back to his feet, but he's not done moving yet. What about you?
I am not. Action surge.
Okay.
Let's ride this rodeo again. He is still prone.
He is still prone.
Well, I guess I'll take the 10. That is 20 to hit.
20 does hit.
9 fire and 7 piercing.
And that's it. As he struggles to get back to his feet, his strength completely leaves him, and the magic holding his bones together gives up.
Excellent. All right. Second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Him. He is not prone.
He's not.
Yeah.
Wish he was.
It's a 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna savage attack of that one. That's 5 fire and 8 piercing. A little bit more. And please make a strength saving throw. DC 18.
You said 5 fire and 8 piercing,
Yes.
and this one had not been attacked yet, correct?
Correct.
Nobody had put a hand on this one yet. Okay. And I'm making a strength save.
DC 18. Yes, please.
17.
Nope. Hills takes an additional 5 damage, and now his ass is also prone. There's another tripping attack. See.
Yeah, very rude.
Third attack.
What do these guys ever do to you?
Well, blue, cold, and necrotic damage on me and my friends. So, it's a 21 to hit,
That'll hit.
or another piercing, and fire.
How much?
4 fire, 8 piercing,
Very good.
and offhand attack.
Mm-hmm. This is why fighter is the best class in the game.
That is a 27 to hit
That does hit.
for 12 slashing, and please make a another strength saving throw. DC is still 18.
You can't use tripping attack. He's already prone.
I'm now using tripping attack.
Okay. Got an 11.
He takes an additional 8 damage. I'm knocking his ass back 15 feet. Pushing attack.
So you're just pushing him back into this corner here?
Yeah.
Rude.
The
Nice
bones
one, Adrex.
crack and move unnaturally as the bulk of him gets wedged in between this pillar back here, which continues to glow unnaturally.
Guess that's one way to disengage.
Yep.
Fighters disengage.
That's the fighter disengage.
You still got a lot of hit points, right, Wendy?
I'm fine.
Raazu doesn't.
Actually, you know what?
I'm not staring at my character sheet, but I'm at like 60-ish.
Adrex will hold his ground.
Hold his ground there. All right. And this one is going to use half of his movement to stand up. He's got 15. He needs to use 10 to get out of this square. And his breath weapon did not recharge, so he is pretty much... This is as far as he can go. He cannot even make an attack this round. He cannot close the distance. It's going to bring us back to Birdie.
All right, so I'm going to, I guess, step here.
Get up on him.
Just stab him a couple times, I guess. Let's see. It's a 26 to hit.
That's good.
All right. That is 7 piercing and 1 cold.
Okay.
And just offhand with my short sword. It's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
5.
5
Piercing.
does not hit.
No, I mean, that's the damage. You said 24 was my attack roll.
Okay.
And then 5 damage.
Moving or staying put?
Going to cunning action disengage. No, I already used my bonus action. So I'm just going to move here. And that'll be it. That's as much as my movement can get me anyway.
Okay. And there is a jostling sound as this door attempts to open, but cannot because there's a sphere of force in the way. And there's just this bouncing effect as the door clicks shut again. And this jostling continues throughout the remainder of the fight. That's going to bring us to Wendy.
All right, well, I'm just going to head over here and make an active perception to see if I can hear anything.
Yeah, go ahead and make that check.
That's a 23.
23. You think your senses are failing you in this place because you can swear standing here, you're aware of this door next to you, and faintly beyond it, you think you can hear running water, but that just simply cannot be possible. It sounds like water falling or running over stones. It's very faint, like a babbling brook, not like a gushing waterfall.
All right, and I will head back over here and tell Red and Raazu what I heard.
Okay, this guy's going to use his reaction to attack you.
Oh shit, he's still there.
Oh yeah, he's still there.
No, I'm just staying here. I'm good here.
Okay, well, you had to pass him once to get to this area to make that perception check.
Yeah, I didn't even see him.
Okay, well, he's going to attack you once.
No.
In my defense, you didn't see him either because you let me get away with that perception check.
I might have actually hit Windy. I'm really excited. I have a 22 to hit Windy.
That hits Windy.
Nice. For 9 points of slashing damage as you go by. And now it's red. I fully expect this man to die this turn.
Man, I stared at the screen. I was like, I thought he was still alive. I guess I heard wrong.
Red, what you got?
You're muted, Destil.
We need to install an app on maybe on Destil's monitor or something. Like whenever he's in the corner of his screen, just a big mute sign when he's muted.
Get a big red button that just causes his speakers to squeal at him.
Did he step away or something?
It's possible.
Yeah, maybe something came up.
Let me. Is there anything in Discord?
Sometimes life happens.
We'll let him take his turn when he comes back. Not to me, it doesn't. Life never happens here. Nothing ever happens to me. It's gonna be
Nothing in
Raazu.
Discord. Okay. Adrex, can you shift? Oh wait, no, I guess.
You can just walk past
Can
him.
you swap? Oh, I want him to swap places with me because
I happen to have it on good authority that this guy's already used his reaction, so feel free to move around.
Oh, bully! Never mind then. I'm gonna take a crack at him with the whip. That's only a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Second attack. That's a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, what slots do I have left over? I got one of everything at least. Let's go ahead and put a second level slot on that. So 1, 2, 3, and then an extra D8 because it's a second level slot, and an extra D8 because Destil disconnected.
You don't get an extra D8 because Destil disconnected.
No, I get an extra
That's not
D8
how
because he's
it
undead.
works.
I get an extra D8 because he's undead though.
Everybody else heard that though, right? He said he gets an extra D8 because Destil disconnected. Like, listen, I love Destil too, but not that much.
It's called inspiration, Brick Road.
You're inspired by Destil's absence.
7 slashing, 3 cold, and 21 thunder damage.
And that's enough. This man clatters to the ground. And now, Windy, you can safely move past that square.
Hey, Brick, have I been reading this wrong?
Reading what wrong?
Because the legend down here says these are 10-foot squares. Are they actually
Yeah, I was
10-foot
actually-
squares?
These are 5-foot squares. That's correct.
All right.
Sorry about
So,
that. But yeah,
No,
I
it's fine.
I had no need for these to be 10-foot squares.
Yeah, I was confused. I was like, oh no. Have I been playing wrong this whole time?
So Raazu steps here and starts looking very intently at the wall of force.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a couple of moments in this room as this door continues to jostle.
Okay, so we have 8 turns until this wall of force drops. I think we need to ready an action to just murder this guy as soon as it drops.
What if he's not? I'd hate to be the one to actually bring this up because that's
Yeah.
we just lost another person.
Did we?
But yeah, we just. But I hate to be the one to bring this up. But like, what if they're not hostile, and we murder them? You know, incorrectly.
No. I think Raazu's saying we murdered the person in the bubble.
Yeah.
We murder this bubble boy.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you were talking about the person at the door.
But
After
still have-
another
we have
10
8
seconds or so, the jostling from this door stops.
Okay, so that's like that takes that down to 6, I would say. Raazu
I'm gonna
says, "In
head over
position,
here."
everyone now.
Yeah, and just say through the door, hey, we're gonna murder you if you're like aggressive against us. So don't be, please.
Give us a few more seconds.
And after a moment, you hear a loud grinding sound from that room as something heavy being moved. And before that ends, the bubble will come down. So
If that's you moving something in front of the door, that's cool with us.
it's going to come down on Raazu's turn, yes?
So I did call out and say, hey,
Yeah,
we should probably ready
everybody
actions
has
to-
a reaction here. So Raazu, go ahead and take yours first.
Yeah. It's going to be a whip strike.
Because it comes down at the
it's gonna
end
hit-
of your turn, correct?
Yeah,
So everybody could take their reactions, then we're moving on to Adrex's actual turn.
sure. That's going to be a 28 to hit.
That'll hit.
Let's see. Let's get it. Let's use a level 1 spell charge on that. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4 for undeadness. D6Y.
17 to hit over here. Does that hit?
I'm going to
I got
resolve
a
Raazu
hit.
first.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just gonna
7,
give him some time.
7 slashing, 1 cold, and 15 thunder damage.
15 thunder damage.
Yeah.
All right. Is Adrex with us?
He's muted right now.
He's muted right now.
Yeah, people are dropping like flies.
I don't even like
I'm
flies that much.
Kinda with.
Oh,
No,
he's
Adrex
back.
is here. Adrex, you have a held action to attack this man.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with everything at the moment, but Discord seems to be fine.
See, it's so
What?
much better than Skype.
Do you want me to roll for you?
Yeah, please. Let's stab him in the face.
Okay.
You're too far to stab him. Throw
Oh.
or something? Shoot
Yeah,
something?
I got an
it's a
axe.
10-foot
Throw an
radius.
axe.
All right.
Throw an axe, okay.
You rolled a crit because it's me rolling.
That's yeah.
So what do I
Alright.
roll for damage die here?
It's gonna be 2d6 plus 5.
My internet's been wonky for the last couple of
8.
weeks. My back.
Yeah, so 13.
Okay.
And then from me, does a 17 hit?
17 will hit, yes.
For 10 magical slashing.
But we have to resolve Birdie's first. Birdie's reaction comes before you.
Does a 14 hit?
No. Now we can resolve Wendy's.
10 magical slashing
Okay. You're attacking with what?
with a whip.
With a whip.
Presumably, Destil would also get a readied action.
He will. If he's back and ready to take it.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't because he's in the hallway still. He doesn't have a way to attack. And that brings us to
That's-
Adrex's actual turn.
Adrex, have fun with your actual turn.
Thanks. Describe the scene to me.
You're a little bit back from him. You could step forward and stab him, or you could do other things.
Yeah, the wall of force
We're
just
kind of
came
all
down.
surrounding him about 10 feet.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah,
everyone's
let's
10 feet away from a monster.
move- Okay, then let's step forward and start stabbing.
Yeah, go
You
ahead.
got it. First attack is a 12 plus
10, so it's 22.
22.
That hits.
That'll hit.
So 2d4, 1d4,
Uh-huh.
and 2d6
Okay.
for the fame.
Which part of that is the fire? Which part's the regular?
2d6
The
is the
D6s.
fine.
Alright, so the fire is 7
7 fire,
and 2 regular.
7 pure. Plus 5.
Second attack is a 20 to hit.
That hits.
9 fire, 6 piercing.
And that's enough. He clatters to the ground and moves no more.
Good job,
Good
Adrex.
work.
And at this,
Thanks,
Good
Adrex.
work, everyone.
after a few more moments, the grinding sound beyond this door comes to a halt.
And Wendy will step up to the door again and then say, if that was you blocking the door, the zombies and such are dead now. Are you hostile?
What are you speaking?
I'm speaking in common so that the rest of the party can hear me, but she'll understand me as long as she can understand spoken language.
And why do you assume it's a woman?
That's a good question. Probably because everyone in this campaign is a woman recently.
You've literally spent the last half hour talking to this girl about a guy named Sir Castus.
Yeah, he hasn't showed up though. He's just
He's
this
observed
faceless
strong.
evil.
Also, maybe the little orc girl can't tell the difference between men and women. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
don't
it
know.
could be. I would call the young orc knight a sir. If she knighted.
Actually, I think that is still correct. Like a female knight is still a sir. So
Anyway, from the other side of the door, you hear this very deep voice
Very deep female voice.
Almost certainly not a woman. In fact, you can recognize the inflection and the growling from the throat, having encountered several bear folk men. And the voice is in this very rich common, a very formal style of common. And the voice says that surely you are stronger than most that come to plunder this place and rob Daedra of her treasures. So I have attempted this barricade for my own protection.
Do you work for Daedra?
He says there is much and more that he does for the lady.
She invited us downstairs. She warned us about the dangers here, but unless you count yourself as one of them, I don't think you have any reason to fear us.
He asks, in a sort of cautionary tone of voice, if you've ever seen a cat play with a mouse.
We've seen a cat person
Only metaphorically.
We saw that cat person play with all those orc corpses.
Right, that's a metaphor. Close to metaphor.
He says, as a cat plays with a mouse, so too does Daedra with visitors to her keep.
That squares with my knowledge of the situation.
Yeah. Because she...
Doesn't mean we have to do anything about killing you. Like, we don't necessarily mean you any harm.
Be that as it may, he says, once the coast is clear, and it is safe for me to do so, I am bound by duty to rise again the patrolmen you have killed. So you see, we are enemies. And it is
we'll just keep the coast from being clear, and you won't have to do your thing. Sounds fine.
No. Can I, barricade... Can I, what kind of door is this? Is there any way we could, seal it from this side where he can't open it?
I don't know, is there? It does open up outward. He was trying to open it outward, and the bubble of force was in the way.
I want to rig his door where it will not open, at least in a timely manner.
How?
With pythons and just trap components from my Tinker's Cool kit.
So you're going to try to chalk it shut?
Yes.
You could do that, but he'd be able to open it with a successful strength check, and he's a bear man.
Okay. Well, okay, fine. I want to trap the door to injure him if he tries to open it.
Okay.
And then we will tell him that is a thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
Do you tell him the nature of the trap?
No. I'll tell him that is a horrible, trap that will probably maim him. And we will disarm it on our way out.
He's like, it better not be a bear trap. That would just be racist.
He's a kobold, so his traps are messed up.
Just because he's a bear. Yeah, go ahead and make that trap check and put the actual result on next to this door.
I didn't mean to roll that advantage. So I grabbed that one. So that is a 17 plus... Is it still Dex Tinker's Tools like it has been?
Yes.
Okay, so that would be a 27. So I will write that down. Okay, thank you.
No problem.
Your handwriting in there, in the tabletop simulator game, is way better than mine anyway.
It's very impeccable, yes.
It's better than mine is in real life.
It's for real though, you don't know, man. I've seen some things. I've had...
So just so we're clear, the coast is not clear out here.
He asks you what stops him from commanding one of his undead soldiers to set off the trap.
You could do that, but then we'd have to come back and kill you.
Ah.
This gives you plausible deniability.
Also, I mean, if you consider your worth to Daedra more than mild inconveniencing us, I think it would be your duty to stay out of our way.
Make a persuasion check, Wendy.
That's a 16.
16. He says, my own worth to Daedra is incalculable.
Well,
however, there are also personal works in the keep, of works of my own, that I would prefer not be trifled with, and that I perhaps would need to defend. In these negotiations, we have to navigate these waters as well. What do you propose?
alright, well, our objectives, as of right now, are to make our way to Daedra, as we have been invited. Our minor objectives are to learn the passcodes to open the doors in order to do so, and also to obtain an item that is demonstrably from this location. Do you have any way of helping us to do that?
Hit your Q hotkey there.
Yeah.
He asks you to embellish. What do you mean? Like a item of value from this location?
Something from...
that we could go back and show a patron as proof that we completed our quest.
Ah, you are plunderers then.
Minor plunderers.
I mean, Birdie says, I am a kobold, you know.
He tells you that if you go through the door to the north, that is where Daedra treasury can be found.
Is there anything in there that you would especially be required to defend? Because we can avoid it.
I'm going to investigate that door for traps.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
stay
go ahead and
over
make
here
that
around the
roll.
door. Talk to
That's
this guy.
a 24.
24. It looks similar to the other doors, by which I mean does not look trapped.
Okay.
And Wendy, what was the last thing you said?
I just said, is there anything in there that you would especially be required to defend? Because we could avoid it.
He says that he has no interest in Daedra's wealth.
All right. Good to know.
What?
He tells you when you enter the chamber to that room, you may feel compelled to go through the door on the western wall. He says there's also a door on the northern wall. The door on the northern wall, both of these doors are trapped, and you will need means to get through them. The northern wall leads to the treasury. The western door leads to the crypt, where Lord Taya slumbers, and most certainly your death.
Tyus. Isn't was it Sir Tyus?
No, it was...
Lord Taya was Daedra's superior,
Okay.
who's been slumbering all this time. He says, but here is the puzzle.
Right.
We are, though cordial, as has been established, enemies. I could win great accolades from her ladyship if I were to destroy the plunderers herein. Even if you believed her that you were simply doing some sort of tests, I would be derelict in my duty if I did not play my part. Perhaps I've told you the truth. The north door leads to the treasure, the west door leads to your death. Or perhaps I have lied, and the two doors should be reversed.
You believe it to be your duty to stop us or to kill us? The two things are dissimilar.
He tells you that they're not dissimilar enough that the distinction would be of any importance to Daedra.
Perhaps then, if we were to allow you to come after us, we could partake in a non-mortal combat.
He tells you that just as you cannot trust his words, he cannot trust yours. And in any event, he is disinclined to accept any invitation of any sort of combat with you. He knows how that would go.
Then I recommend you don't come out the door, and we're back to square one.
But then have I found a clever way to kill you without coming out the door? Have I told you to walk to a room where the lordship himself slumbers, which will surely be your demise.
All right, we're gonna go find out. Have fun with those logical puzzles.
We could just, go in there and kill him. He is a
Oh,
necromancer.
please, it's a bear man.
He raises the dead.
Yeah,
Even
but
I
I mean,
don't think that's a good thing.
listen, I'm not gonna go kill some bear who's had a fun conversation behind a door. That's not how I live my life.
So, I mean, that's not how that conversation would have went if we hadn't used a bead of force in this room. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take our
The
break
question
here.
is, did I avert more combat, or did I?
Do you make things better or worse?
Yeah.
That was a very Birdie thing to do in that situation, by the way, and I approve greatly. Congratulations.
Let's go ahead and take our break
Raazu
here.
feels very terrible now.
I'm gonna go ahead and put Elizagirth on screen. Let's go ahead and make your coffee. Get yourself a bagel. I'm gonna go make macaroni and cheese and let my dogs out.